exciting.
Yes.
Did you hear the intro? You have to know something's different over here at SlashU.
Yeah, we're spicing it up. It's changing it up a little bit.
We are a campus, and Professor Andy came up with a great idea and said, you know what? Well, last week we did Urban Legend, a great campus romp through
Spring
the
break, in the theme of spring break.
through the campus of Pendleton University.
Right.
Spring break, but now we wanted to get into what the kids call March Madness, Andy.
It's that time of year.
So
I have so much stuff spread out in front of me.
But this is rad. We're doing it. But this, I think, you know, if you don't know, we teased to it last week. We are doing a SlashU first ever slasher bracket.
Yeah. This would be awesome.
Explain it a little bit. I know some of the rules are, the first most important is, don't ever talk about slasher bracket. No, I'm just kidding. The first rule is we had to have watched the movie. So we've never seen a Friday the 13th. We've never never talked about it on our podcast.
Right. We're only covering slashers from movies that we've seen here at SlashU. SlashU, by the way, for those of you maybe just joining us, a podcast that
what if someone says it for the first time?
This is their first episode, then you've picked a good one. Yeah. We're a cheesy, campy, sometimes forgotten slasher movie podcast. And we've done 138 episodes. This will probably be 139. Are we going to number these?
I don't know.
These will be SlashU canon.
SlashU extra credit, didn't we call it sometimes that?
Yeah, we've done that in the past. So, I don't know. These could be special episodes, but we've done like over 100 movies.
And so Andy and I sat down on our computers wearing no pants and decided to kind of...
It's important detail.
Yes. Think about characters, killers in these films that we've watched that have really kind of stood the test of time. And I think we have some good matchups.
Yeah, we're going to do a 16-team
bracket. Yep.
We probably could do 64, but that's just a lot, you know, to keep track of.
I would even think 32. I mean, you start getting into
16 feels like a manageable number.
And plus we have some good killers in there.
Yeah.
We have some good matchups again, and I encourage you because we're going to look for all of you to help us vote for this.
We even put polls up.
Yes,
you've probably seen them, you know. But as this airs, you've probably seen the polls on our socials. We'll get stuff on the website. We'll get stuff on the Instagram, slashupodcast.com, /u_podcast, the Facebook page. We can get some polls so we can so you guys can weigh in on who you think would win. But we're gonna talk about that today.
Well said, Andy. I will also piggyback on that thought. Please just don't pick just because you know, like the killer. Like, you know, do some research.
Do your own research.
Watch the movies. If you say you're a horror slasher fan, then watch the damn movies.
And go back to our episode.
Or I'll flunk you.
Go back to our episode and listen.
We'll talk about old episodes. So, Andy, let me get your thoughts. We have 16 matches. Why don't we go ahead and just real quickly go through the matches? Is that cool?
Yeah, it's fine with me. I wanted to pull up the bracket, the cool graphic that you sent me.
Thank you. So, first off, on the West Coast bracket, the
West Coast,
the 4 matchups we have on the West Coast will be Michael Myers versus Cletus the Fetus from Red Christmas.
Yeah.
We got the Beast from Sweatshop, going against the Monster from Funhouse. Gunther, I think his name was actually.
We just called him the Monster.
The Monster,
this horribly deformed, alien-looking creature.
This is a good one.
Yep.
Stitches the Clown versus Victor Crowley
from the Hatchet series.
There you go.
I'm excited to talk about that one.
I'm excited to talk about all of them.
Yeah.
This is a really good one too, I think, because it's kind of like, I think, 2 good old boys that want to fight. Pitchfork from Hayride and Buddy Bacon.
Buddy Bacon from Slaughterhouse. Well, that one will be interesting too, because they're both like guys in overalls with a farm theme.
Yeah, they dip.
They dip, yeah. Ooh, that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, they like NASCAR.
Right. That's almost like an 8 and 9 seed.
Yeah,
they like bang right their sisters. There. They bang their sisters. Yeah, they're very equal.
Yeah, why don't you do the East Coast?
The East Coast bracket.
4 matches.
Four matches. So we decided basically just after our most recent episode to include her, Brenda, the killer from Urban Legend.
Totally.
Because she's tough as nails.
Fuck yes.
And brings a little diversity to the bracket, but as a female. But
no, you're right.
Yeah. Versus Maniac Cop, which
these are all good, dude.
Maniac Cop was a movie. God, Like, I almost forgot that we watched that. We have Chrome Skull.
Yes.
A killer from Laid to Rest versus John Carver.
This is good. I mean, that's amazing, too, with
John Carver, the most recent Eli Roth Thanksgiving.
Yes,
from
of course.
2023's Thanksgiving. And then we have Belial Bradley. That's right, he has a last name.
Yes.
The Bradley brothers. Belial, the little tumor-looking
basket case
movie versus Ghostface from Scream.
Probably our most popular. Well, no,
we've covered Scream.
Like Michael and Ghostface are probably the two most famous ones that made our list.
Maybe they'll be in the championship.
How far will they go?
Jinx. And then the final matchup is Madman Marz versus Horny the Clown
from Drive Thru.
2006,
I believe, right?
6 or 7, right? And Madman Marz from 81. But Madman Marz, one of our original 5 recordings. And that's an old episode.
And that's the one we're talking about.
That's what we're starting today. Madman versus Horny the Clown.
I think after each one we go, we'll just kind of go through. We'll always talk about the matchups.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
we're making this up on the fly a little bit.
Yeah, improv /U, which we usually do, but this is just really fun. Andy did bring it up to say that we are going to go ahead and just jump into the first matchup. This is Madman Marz versus Horny the Clown from our from Drive Thru.
Yeah, so 2007.
I thought this was interesting. We recorded the episode Madman Marz on September 2nd, right around your birthday, 2020, your 40th birthday.
20? That's my 39th. Yeah.
I thought you were born in 80. I'm sorry.
I was born in 81.
Okay.
But no, that's cool.
So we record this Madman Marz. This was like one of the when we dropped the first 5 episodes. This was one of them.
That's right. We banked up 5.
Yeah,
and then we dropped them all at once.
We recorded this during COVID.
Long time ago.
Long time ago.
It feels like.
Horny the Clown we recorded on March. So almost 2 years to the day. March 10th, 2022.
Nice.
So isn't that
cool? Yeah. We're recording this on March 20th.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
this is so cool.
So
this
2 years ago,
we were awesome walk down memory lane. If anything, yeah.
Andy texted me today and said, "Dude, when I listened to Madman Marz, we were totally different. It was
way different.
We were trying to be all cinephile-y, weren't we?
We were calm, very procedural. We did the kill count in the middle of the episode for some reason. My Cliff Kill notes were essentially a summary of the entire movie, just the broad strokes, as Cliff notes are.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't do that anymore. I just give like a tease, that gives you enough information to follow along. But back then, I fucking said the whole thing, and then we went back through and did it scene by scene. We didn't have our sound effects, Dick kill, shot of the week.
Yeah.
We didn't have that back then. The microphones were a little not as good, and Nick wasn't as wild and crazy.
I mean,
as he is now.
I listen to it. Was funny because I'll sometimes bust out like Splatter University or Final Exam, because Final Exam was our second one.
Yeah.
And God, I mean, yes, I really feel like he was trying to get his position.
We're like on public radio.
Trying to,
Yeah. My voice was higher back then too.
Hi, my name's Andy.
Yep. I think my balls have dropped since we started this podcast.
Maybe it's because we're also so comfortable. It took a few years, but I feel very more comfortable.
Oh yeah.
And since I'm going down this new journey, Andy, let me explain this.
This is a hoot.
This new journey.
This new journey.
I keep feeling like I'm more like clear-headed, so I'm like, my energies. I've got more energy. It's weird.
Yeah.
Everything okay upstairs?
There's a big old crash upstairs. Energy, smenergy.
So again, Madman Marz versus
Horny the Clown.
Horny the Clown. I'm going to go ahead and start.
I was going to ask, how do you want to do this? Do you want to just each of us kind of give our talk about each character, and then we sort of hash out who would win?
Yeah.
Plus, we're going to have to count the votes. There's no votes yet.
There's no votes yet, but I mean, we'll definitely get them. But we can definitely count our votes, because I've got thoughts on this.
Are you going to decide a winner today?
Dude, I've already thought all the way through all 16, to be honest with you.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to tell you now, but I know who my killer is.
You filled out your bracket.
Ooh. Yeah, but the deciding, I think it should be our audience, all 4 listeners, so it's up to you.
Well, how are we going to do that today? Are we going to pick a winner today?
Well, we're going to pick our favorite.
Okay.
But then it's like, we'll see.
Okay.
We're not going to be able to move those on, but nobody votes. Then we'll have to rock, paper, scissors if we choose the different one.
Just kind of announce the winner next week? Or maybe?
Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. This is fun. It's called improv,
so
Andy. And yes, and.
Yes, and. Not only that, but.
Yes, and.
Right.
Yes.
Not only that, but
Again.
also.
Madman, just so everyone knows, slasher film, summer camp, a group of counselors kind of talk about an urgent legend of a local legend named Madman Marz. And you can't call out his name, right? It's like if you call out his name, he'll
come
appear.
alive and appear, and he'll kill you.
Yeah, and
that was the deal.
And it's
what's happening upstairs?
Can you hit pause?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Dogs are going crazy upstairs. They knocked over a plate with food on it.
We're amateurs. We're dollar store cinephiles. We're gonna spoil the whole movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is a rinky-dink operation we have here.
It is not. This is a nice studio. SlashU East Campus is dope. Did we close down West Campus?
Pretty much. We could go back anytime you want. We should get some soundproofing and stuff in here. That'd be awesome. Not proofing,
remember we
but
tried?
Like the egg crate things.
Yeah.
Anyway, Madman, 1981.
Madman. Yeah. God. So this is what's crazy to me is that the killer. He's a.
You say his name and he appears. That's where we left off. Yeah.
And he was the lore of the town is that he was a mad farmer that was killed by the town folk because he
went nuts for no reason.
Killed his family. There you go.
Yeah. And that was right. That we talked about it in the episode. He axed his family to death. I guess daughter and wife, or son. And
daughter, wife, and son.
Daughter, wife, and son. Oh, nuclear family. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he went into town to the bar and just put his bloody axe on the bar in order to drink. Remember? And then the townspeople, when they realized what he did, they strung him up. They hung him up from a tree and axed his face.
Yeah, and you can see that
and you can see a scar on his face. And somebody had gotten in a fight with him and bit his nose, and he didn't even notice. That was the lore of Madman Marz. But the next morning after they hung him, they went to check, and his body was gone.
He was gone.
So
and he did kind of just find his space back in his old barn.
Right.
If you watch the film,
the story here takes place around North Sea Cottages, a retreat for gifted children. And they're all talking around a campfire, and one of these cocky little bastards, Richie, decides to mock the legend of Madman Marz and says his name. Like, we're not afraid of you, Madman Marz. Marz. Beetlejuice. And that's what sets the whole thing in motion.
Yeah, because it's kind of weird to me because Richie, as much as being the fucking little dick that he was, lives. He actually survives. He survives. He got all of his homies killed.
He pretty much got lost in the woods for the whole movie.
Yeah.
And at the end, he stumbles out of the woods as the head of the camp comes back from town. Remember we said he was off visiting prostitutes and playing poker in town, and he driving back to the camp. He left all the other counselors in charge.
He was like a Captain Kangaroo looking motherfucker.
And Richie was in the road, and he went, Madman Marz is real.
Yeah,
and that was the end of the movie. And we're like, God damn it, Richie.
I know Richie should have been the one that fucking died.
We were gonna make T-shirts that said "Fuck Richie."
Yeah, /U. Fuck Richie.
Fuck Richie.
So this is my thing, Andy. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of get into it. Some great. We actually have it. I thought it was pretty cool. Some of the kills were noteworthy. Mm-hmm. The one that kind of comes to my mind quickly is the neck kill, like where it's just kind of like here. I think
the
you
character
can hear
TP
dies. This is when he hangs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you hear that?
That crack at the end was his neck breaking.
That was his neck. I'm so rad we still have this. Good to keep stuff.
It is good to keep stuff.
I'm a digital hoarder.
I got my notes in front of me.
There you go.
That was I described that as very visceral. Because in the movie, when you hear that snap, you kind of cringe.
Wasn't TP also the guy with the golden voice?
TP sung the opening song to the movie, and he also sung the hot tub scene.
Do you remember we redid that on my 40th? Well, my 40th, we got in the hot tub and we remade this scene.
Yes,
we got the music. Jody got the music.
We had a party at an Airbnb, and you, me, and your friend Brian.
Yeah,
we were in the hot tub, and Jody played the music, and we spun around.
It's such a weird scene.
Go search YouTube, Madman Marz, hot tub.
Let's listen to it.
This is the music from the hot tub scene.
God damn, I'm just getting into it right now. You remember how much we went off on this? Like, we just
Yeah. You hear it okay?
Oh, yeah. I feel it great. How come this didn't blow? I mean, soft rock music from the 70s and 80s. How come this didn't do better? This is actually TP singing, isn't it?
Yes, the character. We hypothesized that he said, "I'll be in the movie if I get to sing the entire song." And it's a slow mo shots of him and Betsy, his girl, getting undressed, getting into the hot tub.
Did we see her pubes?
No, I don't. We saw his butt.
That was rad.
But yep, there she's getting in, and
I mean, seriously, no, we were smart. We're still smart, but we were smart back in the day to say that.
I can link this.
I guarantee you.
Yeah. I'll try to link this from our website, slashupodcast.com, so you can go right to YouTube and check it out.
Yeah.
But
this Madman was definitely it's a cult favorite. I mean, it's cool. I'm definitely glad I enjoyed watching it.
You bought it, as I recall.
Yep. His kill count, impressive, 10. I have 10.
We have lots of movies where there's about 9 or 10. You know?
So
I don't think he can win on kill count alone.
No.
Wife,
but I mean, they count his wife and 2 children who we don't see him kill, but they're in the building at the very end, where he does get TP, Bill, Dippy, Ellie, Dave, Stacy, and Betsy.
And a partridge in a pear tree. Yeah, he kills them all. This was you remember how one at a time they would go out looking?
Oh yeah.
So Richie originally started the whole curse. He got lost, and then at the camp, TP went to find Richie, killed. Betsy went to find TP, killed. You know, it's
Betsy was the last. Betsy was the last one.
Yeah, but it was one at a time. Yeah. And then eventually, I think halfway through the movie, a few of them went together. And I remember pointing it out in the episode. They finally group up, smart motherfuckers, because it's easy to pick one of them off at a time. But I give Madman, the villain himself, big credit for his strength. He's very strong. Remember, I think it was Bill.
He picked up Bill, yeah.
Had him over his head and broke his neck. It's very difficult to lift a human body up over your head.
Are there supernatural components to Madman Marz? Because you had to say his name.
We called it supernatural because he was essentially just dead. The townspeople hung him, and then he was came alive in spirit. But he also was a Sasquatch.
They said he was disappeared. Yes, he was a Sasquatch.
Yeah. He went rah, 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 and he had out of control fingernails and toenails.
He had Sasquatch semen in him.
That's right. Yeah.
Do you remember? We talked about it.
That's another difference. Our early episodes, you barely mentioned semen, but now you just do it all the time. So that was that's a thing that's changed that isn't so great, but makes you, and I'm not going to try to stifle you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's really kind of you. But he did. It's interesting because Madman Marz with that Yeti, I still don't know if he's supernatural though, because here's why.
Well, we don't know how long it's been since the townspeople killed him, and these kids called him out. Has it been 100 years? Has it been 30 years? 5 years? So that's why I thought he rose from the dead.
12 years.
Okay.
I wanted to bring up the fact too that he's old.
He's an old man.
He's got strength.
Strong as fuck. Someone bit his nose off and he didn't even notice, He has that axe injury in his face. Doesn't even stop him. Super strong. He has a variety of kills. He doesn't just do one way. Remember he pulled that axe out of the tree stump that no one else could pull out? He did it.
Yeah, that's right.
He did it no problem.
I forgot all about that. I'm trying to find that one recording where we do have it, where you can actually hear, because Madman Marz, you would think he's hi, I'm Madman Marz, but he can't. He's like, rah, rah.
That's why I think he's a ghost. He's a pseudo zombie. That's kind of what I was thinking. So.
Yeah, I'll give that.
He's a big dude.
He's a big dude. Wears overalls, much like probably Pitchfork and Buddy Bacon. Yeah. He's one of man. What are they'd be a good posse. Buddy Bacon, Pitchfork. Yeah.
You should form a boy band. Yeah. Start singing. They cover Bye Bye Bye.
So good. So we've got Madman Marz, who he has 10 kills, but let's go ahead and get up into the match where his opponent. From Drive-Thru, Horny the Clown. We recorded this on March 10th, 2022.
Episode 64.
Episode 64. What was episode 69, dude?
Episode 69?
Yeah.
Bring that up. I don't know. I don't have that at my fingertips. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. It is one of the hatchets, I think.
We did. We had to be, because I remember we were kind of going like 69 days.
Episode 69 is Auntie Lee's meat pies.
Makes sense with the daughters.
They're super sexy. Yeah. But episode 64 was
64. Yeah, again, story just quick. Weird kid was burnt to death through a prank. I mean, I don't know if it's a prank.
It's a birthday prank. Yeah. They set his house on fire on his birthday.
Ha-ha.
Yeah. Great prank. That's not like ordering pizza to your friend's address and they have to pay for it. That's one prank.
Hey.
You know.
That's a little different than swatting.
What did we... Yeah, ordering the SWAT team. What was in Urban Legend? There was a cool prank. I don't remember. But, you know, setting someone's house on fire and burning them to death.
Oh.
That's murder.
Yes.
That's not a prank.
We don't want to get off on the topic of... But, you know, because this is freestyle Urban Legend. We watched the second one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Urban Legends? Or...
11 to the final cut or something.
It's not Urban Legend and Urban Legends? Like Alien and Aliens?
Oh, I think it is. I mean, I'm not joking. I really think it is.
And watch the second one?
Yeah.
Not as great.
No.
Did they cover other Urban Legends or
They
something?
tried to, but they were all dumb. It's like, this really was an Urban
Rebecca
Legend.
Gayheart again?
She's at the very, very, very end wheeling out the killer in this one, who had to go to a psychiatric ward.
That's dumb. So...
But she does make an appearance.
Back to Drive-Thru.
Drive-Thru with Horny the Clown. I had this down. This movie, Andy, is like if some dickbag loved movies by John Hughes and was writing a teen rom-com, but soon discovered the music of Limp Bizkit, started smoking mad weed, got introduced to Fangoria, borrowed some money from their great aunt, made this movie.
Right.
That's
you were opposed to every time Horny was on screen, there was death metal, heavy metal, blah, blah, blah blaring.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
You didn't like that.
Because it does, heavy metal and horror music go together great.
Yeah.
But this, I mean, it's like Dollar General, Limp Bizkit, and Slipknot. Every time we see Horny the Clown.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear this shit.
Yeah.
And then he says something where I'm like, time to eat a burger. Like something so fucking lame.
See, I had that as a pro. He has great puns. He had a lot of puns, like fast food kills, fucker. That's not a pun, but you know what I mean. He had a. It's just right here in my notes. He had a clown mask with the mouth was the speaker, like a drive-through. So it was, and we had to turn the subtitles on because he's like, motherfucker, you know.
I know, but they should have turned the subtitles on for us.
Yeah.
Because you're right. That was like one of the first movies where like second watch I had to go, man, I think I have to put on the fucking.
What is he saying? And then you find out he's saying some really wicked, stupid shit.
Funny, you're right.
Kind of punny, yeah.
So I kind of thought this was kind of cool to bring it to the folks here at SlashU if they haven't watched the movie, which I highly recommend. It's got some really cool kills.
Horny is supernatural as well.
Yes, he definitely is. In life, Archie was a weird boy who was bullied relentlessly by the people that he winds up killing later. Climaxing in a tragic death on fire on his birthday. So he returned from the grave as a vengeful demon, taking the persona of Horny the Clown and murdering everyone who ventured too near the fast food restaurant he used to work for. He
was largely targeting the children of the people who wronged him. You remember?
That's right.
Yeah, because we had Jan from The Office.
That's right, Jan from The Office. I thought it was Marsha. His mom. Yeah, she was one of the girls that tortured him.
And it was her. He had a big crush on her as a kid, and so it was her and her friends.
That's right.
Were responsible for his death.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I listened to the episode again, and then Leighton Meester is in this movie. She plays the main character, Mackenzie, and you had Fisher, her boyfriend, who played Hunter in The Office. Jan's
that's right.
Assistant. I remember it's funny because his name's Fisher.
And then
in this
Hunter,
movie, and Hunter in The Office. Fisher and Hunter. I go fishing. I go hunting. Either way, we get food. And
I totally spaced that.
Right. So Horny is targeting them largely. The kids of the people who wrong, like, you fucked me over, I'm gonna kill all your kids.
I totally forgot this is a revenge horror plot. Like we've seen a lot.
Yeah.
We've seen a
lot of those. But
we've seen a lot of revenge.
So both these killers are supernatural. Horny is a clown ghost back from the dead. Did we say for sure if Madman is supernatural? Do you think?
It's not gonna make it. It's not gonna. It's not gonna encourage or thwart my decision.
Okay.
Thwart.
I
didn't. He remember how he talked to people. Like this kid, I guess, was from the 80s or 90s. So he would speak to Mackenzie through old toys, Magic
Right.
8-Ball, an Etch-a-Sketch.
Etch-a-Sketch.
Vital clues of who the next victim would be, I think.
Yep, that's how it went.
And so these are some motherfucking great kills.
That was the thing. Yeah. In drive-through, the kills are a lot gorier.
Well, I mean, of course, you're going 1981 to 2006, I believe. You know,
Yeah.
so I mean, you're looking at 25 years.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but that is, and that, I'm not going to say let that thwart. Might have said thwart. I'm not going to let that
Curses. Thwarted again.
Yeah.
Foiled again.
I'm not going to let it enhance my decision or change my decision.
Okay.
You know, because the one that I think is Val, whose head's blown up in a microwave.
That was my dick shot kill.
Yeah. Which one, I want to forget.
Yours was Tony in one of the remember the N word with a W at the front. Those guys at the beginning of the movie.
Oh yeah,
he got his face in the fryer.
Wigger. You can. I mean, it's
Wigger.
Yeah.
We didn't like saying it when we recorded. We didn't say Wigger.
Oh wow.
We avoided it. But
I wonder why.
Do you remember? It was like these punk ass
the
kids
that
from
were like,
Orange
yeah.
County, like, yeah, motherfucker, I got my gat, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna bust a cap in your ass.
Yeah,
and
it
we're
was
like, you're a fucking white rich kid from Orange County. Why are you talking this
It was
way?
like that Malibu movie
they
with
were-
Jamie Kennedy.
Yes, right. They're like wannabe gangsters.
They want to live
that
in,
are like
yeah.
rich kids in
Very privileged,
affluent California.
yes, very privileged white kids
So
that are
we just thought that it was so stupid. And Tony got killed with his face in the fryer. That was
head
your
shoved
dick shot
into a
kill.
deep fryer by the Horny. Yeah, that was the first kill.
Yeah. So that was yours in that movie. I don't remember we didn't really do. Did we do dick shots in Madman? We kind of did, but I don't remember what they were. I didn't star them, asterisk them.
So I feel like it's smart now that we're we just started with our first episode, but this is 14 kills.
Yes. So Horny's got a higher death toll. Horny's they gotta both be strong, right? They both did a variety, like different ways of killing, not just one way. There's so many killers just one way, like a machete.
Yeah, Madman Marz was definitely more organic. He used the land to kill his people.
True, he did. He did. He's like
he shops at Whole Foods.
MacGyver of killers.
Yeah.
Whatever's around me.
Whereas our
Horny.
homie uses appliances from fast food restaurants.
Sure. Do you
Majority.
think Horny would be this way in the absence of wanting revenge? Whereas Madman, now we get philosophical. Do we want to get? Madman just went nuts one day and killed his family, and now comes back.
Well, come on, man. Archie got fucked. He was just trying to have a birthday party that no one came to.
Sure.
I mean, it feels so weird, just because the kid was a little off. Maybe he was on the spectrum, and so these kids. I mean, I'm not taking away. Was he supernatural? Yes.
Would revenge be a stronger force for killing than just being nuts, like
Yes.
Madman? All right, then Horny wins.
Exactly. I was going to go ahead and say this. I'm going to go ahead and give it my vote. Again, we're going to leave it up to the 4 listeners to decide.
Sure.
I'm definitely going to pick Horny the Clown in this match, and I'm going to move him forward.
I agree with you.
Sorry, Madman.
Out of the two, I think Horny's the stronger candidate.
Hey, you know who we didn't include, Andy? The killer from Final Exam. The guy who looked like he manages a deli in Hoboken.
Why? In our bracket?
Yeah.
There's a lot we could have included.
I'm just kidding. He was the worst.
He's terrible.
He was a good-looking guy that was just killing people in a rad van.
And we don't know why. No reason. Showed up one day and said,
yeah, fuck this school.
He killed people at March College, and then he went on to April College, whatever the fuck it was.
It was actually January.
January College. But point being, this is something we could look at doing every year with different killers, mix in maybe some of the same ones. Again, very similar to how every year in the basketball tournament, some of the same teams make it, other new teams make it year after year.
That's a good call.
And by next year, we'll have new episodes too. More episodes.
I remember when Gonzaga was when they first made it to the national, like when I was like, who in the fuck is this? Now they're in it fucking every year.
Yeah. You had like a Colgate in there. And
NC State was when I first started school, was my alma mater in Raleigh, North Carolina. They won the ACC tournament and beat UNC.
There you go.
I have them going to the second round, but after that, I have them beating the first. And then
I didn't fill out a bracket.
We did at work. Hey, so
anyway,
your professors are moving forward.
Yeah.
With Horny the Clown.
Horny the Clown.
Turn it up, man. Turn it up. There you go. God. Hey, take off your shirt. No,
This is such a dumb video.
let me smell your chest.
Yeah, you can't smell it from there. So, watch our socials for polls on all these matchups. I don't think we'll throw them all up at once, but
Well, we can talk about
do
next
a
week's matchup,
couple
can't
of
we?
weeks. Yeah. The next matchup coming up in this round, the first round, is Michael Myers versus Cletus the Fetus from Red Christmas.
Cletus the Fetus from Red Christmas, 2016.
Yeah, I think so.
Australia, Mike.
That's right.
So, with Dee Wallace, the mother from E.T.
Yep, she was
So
in it.
Michael Myers, this is his, like, he's like, holy shit, I'm Michael Myers. Now, don't,
From Halloween.
yeah, we have a lot to talk about this one. So,
1979 Halloween. Yeah,
78.
whatever.
God, that sounded so cinephonic.
Yeah, it did.
78.
Excuse me, Frankenstein's in an anime with the doctor, not the monster. That's right
Jethro
on par.
Tull is a
right
name.
on par with that.
Jethro Tull is the name of the van. Ian, whatever.
So, Horny the Clown wins. at
Horny
least
the Clown wins!
in our opinion. But you guys vote and tell us if you feel otherwise.
Yeah, do your fucking research or you're getting kicked off campus. We will expel you. Ooh.
Yeah, there you go. Do your homework.
Yeah, so, and stay up on murder_cabin_movie for not a feature film, a short cinematic masterpiece that we are filming here in the beautiful state of Wisconsin.
There's a Kickstarter open. Go ahead and support that project. It's gonna be a cool little indie film project. A lot of fun. Your bro Nick over there wrote it. He is co-directing it, doing a great job. I'm in it as one of the characters and excited to play the father in that movie. I'm nervous because that guy's such a dick. You wrote him very well.
Thank you.
Whew. So
He is a dark, deep secret, and he is just a demented, deviant fuckhead.
So we have a fundraiser coming up for that Murder Cabin Kickstarter at the very famous X-Ray Arcade here in Milwaukee on April 10th. You can check our socials for info on that. And email us, slashupodcast@gmail.com, the website, slashupodcast.com, slashu_podcast on Instagram. Facebook page is SlashU Podcast as well. We're going to have this bracket up, the full bracket, along with polls and votes. Your vote matters.
And a special congratulations to Horny the Clown. I forgot to mention that Peter, when he killed Peter, he shoved his head into spinning blades of a shattered blender that blended into the inside of his heads.
Yeah.
I thought that,
There was a Tunnel of Love ride where I think he chopped a dude's head like off at the mouth. And I remember saying, imagine opening your mouth as wide as you can and then someone rips it all the way open so the top of your head comes off. Remember the tongues flopping around?
Yeah, that's right.
So fucking
that's
gross.
Right.
Because I watched it with my lovely wife and we both cringed like, oh, that's disgusting. So Horny is our winner. So
Horny is our winner.
thanks for listening to round 1 of the SlashU Slasher bracket.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah. Outro. Insert outro here. Class dismissed.